back to Bearcat Update. I'm Jenny James, and evidently, Alex got lost on his way back from hosting the show in Hughes Fieldhouse. All me this week. Last Tuesday, our Northwest basketball teams had their last home game in their regular season. It was a thrilling senior night for both our men and women. We were there to catch the highlights. Women's basketball had one final shot, earning a home conference win as it hosted rival Missouri Western last Tuesday. The Bearcats fought to accomplish the task, beginning with a pass from Erica Schlosser to Kendi Eaton, who proceeded to make a strong three-point basket. Northwest went into halftime with a chip on its shoulder, leading 33-30. The intensity fell off in the second half as the Griffins outscored the Bearcats 36-23, leading to Northwest's 20th and final loss of the season. Eaton and Jalen Haggard each had 18 points. Eaton made 3 of her 4 three-point shot attempts. Haggard exited the game in the third quarter with an apparent injury and did not suit up against Washburn on Thursday. But Thursday had a happier ending for the girls. The Bearcats started the game off with a 14-0 streak, but soon keeping the game close, shooting 80.9% from the line all year. The Cats ended the game on top with a 72-70 win over the Ichabods. The girls, along with Coach Meyer, are starting a new chapter with women's basketball program. Our reporter Nolan Brooks caught up with the team as they closed their season. Nolan?
Senior forward Maria Dentlinger's time as a Bearcat has come to a close. I caught up with head coach Austin Meyer to see how his only season with her affected him as a coach.
Yeah, obviously me only having 1 year with her, just being a great person, coming in with a great attitude every day. We talked about, we had a ton of kids in on visits before the season started, and she was one of those that we'd send out to lunch with them to help, promote the school and to kind of sell Northwest. And so I just think about she's the same person every day, comes in with a positive attitude and continues to work, and just been lucky enough to have her for my first year.
Dentlinger's senior perspective is valued, but she has another source to thank for the team's improvement this year.
I think we made big steps this season. Just from an energy standpoint, Meyer and Houston have done a great job bringing that energy every day, that positive energy, and that really helps our team come together more and just really come ready to work hard and ready to get better every day.
Dentlinger's contribution to the team goes beyond the stat book, especially when it is a rebuilding year for the Bearcats.
Yeah, I think we just, we talked about, with her and McAndrews and our seniors is just to hopefully look back on this and say this was they kind of laid the groundwork with this team and can look back hopefully in a couple of years and say, I was a part of a team that got this thing started, kind of laid the groundwork. Obviously, we don't have a lot of wins to show for it this year, but I'm confident that we are getting better and the program's going the right direction, and she's a big reason why.
When it comes to senior ball players, their impact on the future of a program can start with the smallest of contributions. Congratulations to Maria on a great season. For Bearcat Update, I'm Nolan Brooks.
Thanks, Nolan. The women made an impact on the program, including setting a new school free throw percentage record with 80.9%. I can't wait to see where Coach Meyer takes the team next year. On another note, let's throw it back to the men's game against Missouri Western. Men's basketball looked to keep its perfect season against Missouri Western last Tuesday. Diego Bernard fed the ball to Joey Wittes early, good for the first three-point shot of the game. A bucket from outside the arc by Tyus Milhulen kept the Griffins close by. Missouri Western led by as many as 4 points. Northwest dominated the final minutes before halftime, but Western shrunk the lead to 29-26 by the buzzer. The Bearcats' lead reached 16 points in the second half. Northwest cruised in the second half, but Western cut the difference back down to 3 in the final minute with a three-pointer by Levon Hightower. Ryan Welty sunk a free throw to secure the win, making win number 28 for the regular season MIAA champions. Wittes had 29 points against the Griffins, followed by Diego Bernard with 18. The boys took to the court for their last regular season competition on Thursday in Topeka. Keeping the game within 9 at half, they opened the second half, hitting all their shots and not looking back. They closed the game with a 72-49 win. For the first time in conference history, a team finishes with a conference record of 19-0. Our men's basketball team has had a perfect season in their next stop, Municipal Arena in Kansas City, for the conference tournament. Our BCU analyst takes a look at the path Northwest will have to take to be tournament champs. John, what do you think?
Let's start off by rewinding things all the way back until the preseason in October, where Northwest was supposed to have, quote, a down year and still finish maybe second or third best in the conference. Fast forward until now, and they just wrapped up their regular season with a perfect 29-0 record, and this is something that no Northwest team has ever done. 6 consecutive conference championships in the regular season, something no MIAA team has done. And as they head into conference tournament play, they're looking to become just the first team in MIAA history to win 4 consecutive tournament championships. Northwest was bid the 1 seed, Washburn got the 2, Missouri Southern got the 3, so on. And although some might say that Coach Mack's team's path is difficult, it's nothing that they haven't handled so far. They'll get the day off on Wednesday. Thursday, they will play the winner of the Northeastern State and Emporia State University game. Then they might have the day off on Friday. Saturday, they would play again. They would play the winner of the Lincoln and Fort Hays State University game. And then if they can get past the semifinals, on Sunday, they would play in the conference tournament championship against whoever comes out of the bottom part of the bracket, that being projected to either be the 2 or 3 seed in Washburn and Missouri Southern. But hey, you never know what's going to happen. That is the beauty of tournament play, and they're looking to keep their perfect streak rolling into this weekend, which would give them a big boost going into the D2 tournament. So, before I give this back to you guys, I just want to let you know one thing. It is March, it is madness, and it is beautiful. Jenny, back to you.
Thanks, John. Make sure you follow our Twitter at BearcatUpdate_A to follow along with highlights from the tournament. For now, we are going to take a quick break. You're watching Bearcat Update on KNWT Channel 8. Welcome back to Bearcat Update. Northwest Track and Field is sending 7 athletes to Pittsburgh State to compete at the Division II Nationals. To represent the track team on Bearcat Boulevard today, we have Kaylin Harkey and Mac Lee. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Kind of talk about what it meant as a team to host the conference championships.
It was really cool to have it in our own field house because it was basically at our home. And so it was really loud, people were really rooting for us, and it was just a cool experience to have that big meet in our own facility.
And just having it at home, in other sports there's something called home court advantage, and this is the first time that I felt a home court advantage at a home meet, just because we just got this indoor facility, and just the energy of the whole meet, it felt surreal.
Yeah. And Kaylin, qualifying for nationals, being just a sophomore, what does that mean to you?
It's really exciting. This is my first national team to be on, so I'm really happy about that. Also, I'm going for a relay, so that's really cool because it's me and 3 other guys, so it's really exciting. It's a really exciting time right now.
What has it been like being able to be on the relay team with Omar, who's just crushing the 400 times and stuff like that?
It's so crazy because we have to all do our own jobs, and once we get him the baton, he just goes crazy. So it's so cool to know that all of us together are creating such a great team in Northwest history.
Yeah, for sure. And then with nationals coming up really soon, you have outdoor approaching too. So kind of talk about how you guys prepare for outdoor right after indoor, and if the training is a little different.
It is. After the conference meet, we go right back at it, and we have to push again and do really hard training we did back in the fall. So that's not that fun, but we're getting ready for outdoor, and as soon as outdoor comes, we should be peaking then and having really good times and really good marks.
Is it any different for, high jump? Is that a little different for being outside?
Well, so basically, with how going from indoor to outdoor, the training it's similar to fall training, but there's more volume in the jumps because right before indoor conference, there's less jumps that you take and everything. So coming outdoor is just getting more reps in and just digging deeper into what you got to do.
Yeah. We kind of talked about the season starts really fast and early for you guys. So how do you manage everything whenever the indoor season starts December and you're going until March and April?
Just to take care of yourself, stay on your classwork and all that, and make sure you take care of your body, stay hydrated, see the trainer if you need to, and stretching and all that good stuff to make sure that you can last the full long season because we basically run all school year.
Yeah.
So you have to stay on it.
Yeah. How about balancing schoolwork and everything? How was that?
It's not that much of freshman year is pretty tricky, but after a while you get into a routine and you just get used to the things that some of your upperclassmen tell you to do, and just becomes pretty easy.
And for you, running multiple events, how difficult is it to train, for the 200 versus like the 400?
It's kind of difficult,
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, because there's so much different types of races that you have to go through. But I really like the fact that my coach helps me with everything. Like, we'll do block work for like short sprints, and then we'll do like endurance training for the 400. So he gives me a balance of which ones that I need to work on the most, which helps. But it can be difficult at times trying to manage that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the time we have. I wish you the best of luck next week, and we're
Thank you
looking
so
forward to
much.
seeing how you guys do in the outdoor season. That's all the time we have for today. Let's take a look at what head coach Brandon Masters has to say about the way the team performs under his first season as head coach.
Well, the big thing with me is coming in is wanting to create a culture, a foundation for success, and it's gone really well. The kids have bought in. Something I was, you're always a little leery at coming in as a new coach. Will the kids buy into you and your program? And I can say without a doubt they have. And it's exciting to see how far we've come in such a short period of time. I look back and I feel like I've been here longer, but it's only still 7 months.
I'm looking forward to following the performance of Kaylin and the others in Kansas next weekend. Up next, our softball team. After several games canceled because of weather, the Cats finally took the field again to play 2 more games down in Joplin. Game 1 against Cameron, Caitlin Wise hitting a 2-run home run along with Erin Keeney, bringing another runner in. It wasn't enough. Northwest drops Game 1 9-3 against Cameron. In Game 2 against Rockers, Kiana Batterdine hit a 3-run home run, followed by another homer by Olivia Doherty. Jadria Moses, Grace Rule, all bringing in more runs to lead the girls to a 13-4 victory. Their next 2 games in the tournament were canceled, but they will travel to Oklahoma for 4 more games this weekend. More news on the field. The baseball team traveled to Edmond, Oklahoma to take on the Central Oklahoma Broncos. Quentin Van Akkeren got the start in Game 1. He couldn't hold the Broncos, and Northwest offense didn't show. The Cats fell in Game 1 10-0. Game 2 wasn't much different. The Cats' 1 run came from Alexin Herrera thanks to Jay Herdlicka. The Cats finish out their weekend in Oklahoma with another loss in Game 3, falling 7-0. They will be back in action this week playing Rockhurst in a 3-game series against Southwest Baptist. The tennis team had more competition down south this weekend. Both the men and women had a rough start. The men dropping all of their matches to number 22 ranked Drury, and the women dropping all but 2. Saturday, the Cats played a tough U of ND team and couldn't pull out a win. Both men and women dropped 7-0. Now that's the end of our show, but first let's take a look at our top picks for the week. We have some major events coming up this weekend. First, what we all have been talking about, the men's basketball conference tournament down in Kansas City. The Cats will be taking on the winner of Northeastern State and Emporia State game and play Thursday at noon. Hopefully they can power through the tournament with their season-long momentum. And since Alex decided not to show up today, I'll also pick for him. Another huge event this weekend, Track and Field Division II Nationals in Pittsburgh, Kansas. Northwest will be sending 7 athletes that will compete in a total of 11 events. I will keep a close eye on all of these Bearcats, including Kevin Schultz, who is tied for 4th in the high jump in all Division II, and of course Omar Austin, who is a prime anchor in the 3rd nationally ranked 4x4 and also 2nd in the nation in Division II in the 400 meters. This should be a very fun weekend. Thanks for tuning into this week's episode of Bearcat Update. You can follow us on Twitter at BearcatUpdate_8 or watch all of our previous episodes on YouTube at KNWT8. Thanks for watching and have a great night. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Bearcat Update. You can catch last week's episode up here and all of our previous episodes down here. Check it out.